Welcome to Orange County Beekeeping Mentorship, and we're going to talk about the various queen cells. All right, this is a swarm cell, usually located on the bottom of the frames. This happens in California the minute it turns spring. So this year we saw our first swarm cells mid-February, and it could go as late as November here in Southern California. But this is what causes swarm cells: a crowded hive, an abundance of resources signaling it's time to swarm for the bees, an old queen with weak pheromones, or a lot of mites in the hives carrying disease. All right, moving on to supersedure cells. What causes supersedure cells in the hive? The number one reason is beekeeper error. We have rolled the queen, we have smashed the queen, we have destroyed the queen. For one reason or another, the hive, the colony itself, the bees, the workers are not happy with their queen, so they are making a new one. Now, the third cell to be on the lookout for is when they're all grouped in the bunch right here on the face of the frame, and these are called emergency cells. And again, usually this is beekeeper error. We have unexpectedly killed the queen, and they immediately go into action to build a new one. Some other reasons is the queen flew off and didn't return, or a virgin queen went out on a mating flight and didn't return. Now take a look at this. This is a long cell in the center of the frame, not a whole bunch grouped together, but just one single one right there. That's right, that is a supersedure cell. I'm just pulling this out nice and slow and handing it off to one of our mentees from the Orange County Beekeeping Mentorship Program. And he is counting queen cells as we go through this today. Now watch this. We're going to shake some bees off here. And what do we find? Another queen cell. It's pretty important you guys shake the bees off. Do it very gently in order to find all the queen cells. Very, very important tip. Shake the bees off the frames so you can see all the queen cells. Now here's an awesome trick we do come springtime. We take the top box, the top brood box, and we tip it forward right on top of the bottom brood box. Here, let me just switch the camera angle around real quick. Here we go. Now you guys can see with that box just tipped forward nice and easy, you guys can see all the swarm cells that we're encountering here on the bottom of the box. If we weren't counting swarm cells, I would just literally run the tool right down the bottom of the frames, destroying all the swarm cells in one swoop per frame. But since we're counting them, we're removing them pretty gently. Now it's completely up to you whether you want to run the tool right down the bottom and just slash them out, or you want to pick them off one by one. Now we're moving to a frame that had a whole bunch of emergency cells on them. They were smaller. But now we're going to come to the last couple. This one, if we didn't get it, the queen would have hatched out. This is what I do with all queen cells I find in the hive when we don't want them. I smash them, break them open, throw the royal jelly right back into the hive. Again, let me show you that technique. We just pick them off, smash them. Sometimes I try to get the kids to eat the royal jelly right out of the hive, but they're not having it. I don't know why. They're just not having it. Maybe because it's so bitter. But we just throw it right back in the hive. Thunk. There it is. The most important thing to take away from this video is any queen cell can make a queen. A swarm cell makes a queen. A supersedure cell makes a queen. Every cell makes a queen. An emergency cell makes a queen. Am I getting my point across? So we remove the queen cells, we smash them, we throw the royal jelly back into the hive over and over and over again. Remove, crush, repeat. Please keep in mind, any queen cell in your hive, if left unchecked, will make a new queen. Your bees will swarm. Your queen will go out and open air mate in Southern California and most likely come back with Africanized genetics. Thanks, you guys. This has been a message from OC Beekeeping Mentorship, and keep those queen cells out of your hive.